Предлагам към нашия следващ гост, Paris Childress. I'll do the presentation in Bulgarian and then you can do your English then, yeah?
Sure.
Добре. Пари започва да занимава всъщност с интернет маркетинг през 2003 година, след което е работил по множество проекти в Щатите, Китай, Турция, България и Румъния даже. Основава компанията Hop Online, която се още репрезентира, с цел да събере българския талант и да създаде един регионален център за социален маркетинг. Той в принцип е родом от Ню Орлианс, но живее в София, заедно с семейството си. Take it away.
Добър ден на всички.
Is that the Bulgarian part?
That's my line, yeah. What I want to talk to you all today about is Bulgaria's unique position, what I believe is Bulgaria's unique position and your unique position by being here in the knowledge economy. This is thought work, and in particular I'm going to be talking about the marketing industry that we work in. So first, a quick bit of history of how I arrived here, my entire path. I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, where I grew up. I went to university in New York, where I studied history. I worked for 4 more years in New York and then decided to go for an MBA, which brought me to Nashville, Tennessee. 2 years later, I wanted some international experience. I joined the MBA Enterprise Corps, which is basically like Peace Corps, but with spreadsheets. And that shipped me to Bulgaria and lovely Sofia, and I'm still here today, 8 years later. So naturally, you're probably wondering, what am I still doing here, actually? It's been 8 years, a long time. And maybe you're also wondering why I'm not giving this presentation in Bulgarian. But I want to answer that question. The short answer is my lovely wife, Camelia. Probably I'm a statistic like many other expats here, but I'm happy about that. There's now even a shorter answer, which is our daughter, Raya, and not so short anymore. But, and of course, there's a longer, more complicated answer, which I definitely don't have time to get into today. It's more about matters of the mind rather than matters of the heart. But I really want to say, first of all, that I like being here. I like living in Bulgaria. I think that there's a really beautiful nature. This is one of my favorite things. I do also like living in Sofia. I think Sofia has a lot of charm as a European city. It's not all rosy. There are some things that sometimes frustrate me about Bulgaria. It's never fun when you accidentally get into the wrong okay taxi. But every place has trade-offs, actually. Every place, wherever you live. And it's really all about just making the best of your situation. So what really motivates me, what gets me out of bed in the morning, is I really love online marketing. I really do. It's my passion. And I think that the constant learning, the sharing, the dynamic aspect of online marketing, the fact that you really have that satisfaction of measurable results, you just don't really get that in any other industry, I think. This is why I love this space. This is why I created Hop Online about 4 years ago. We're a Bulgarian company based here in Sofia. Our entire team is here. And when we started off, we started this company as a search marketing agency, providing both paid and organic search marketing services. In the beginning, most of our clients were Bulgarian clients, and they fell into one of these 3 categories, either friends, family, or just schools. And as we learned our way in this field, the company started growing and we stuck with it. And now, over the past 12 months, actually, we are experiencing a period of explosive growth. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very interesting. I think we've had some short-term success, but I think that the story of Hop Online is really just getting started. And so the natural question is, how exactly did we achieve that kind of growth? What happened in the last year in particular? And what I would argue is that one of the biggest factors for that growth is what's happening in the industry at large, the online marketing industry. Marketing managers live for ROI, return on investment. They chase it all around the world. And for about 10 years, really, from the last 10 years up to about 2012, the highest ROI in all of marketing was in SEO, search engine optimization. It's what we did. It's what people all over the world did. And it was really based on taking short-term manipulative tactics, getting away with those tactics, and driving abnormally large results and abnormally high return on investment. Things like duplicating content and spreading it all over the web, building spammy links to your website. That stuff worked for more than 10 years, and now it doesn't work anymore at all. In fact, now it penalizes websites because of Google's Panda and Penguin penalties. And this is maybe a little bit technical. If anybody has heard of those, it has totally changed the game of both SEO and online marketing. So what used to be a high ROI achievable through manual work that could be outsourced to very low-cost countries is now transferring into knowledge work. This is the knowledge economy. To get these returns that these marketers crave, they need to have knowledge work. They need to do real marketing. Finally, they have to do real company stuff. That's what this is all about. RCS. You can check that hashtag. Real company stuff. So knowledge work is great. This is what's needed. But of course, it comes at a higher price. Absolutely at a higher price. Much higher price. And manual work is cheaper, but as we know, that purely repetitive work doesn't get it done anymore. It doesn't deliver return on investment. So there is a gap forming and getting bigger and bigger relating to this work that used to be outsourced and offshored primarily to places like India, where this manual work could just deliver this really high return on investment. That is no longer the case. And this gap is getting bigger and bigger. This is the cost and the quality gap. And my main argument that I want to deliver today is that Bulgaria is uniquely positioned to fill this void due to its cost competitiveness and the relative high quality of the labor force here, the talent of the people right here in this room, in fact. We are uniquely positioned to take great advantage of this trend. Marketing budgets are being sucked out of India very, very quickly. And those managers are looking for somewhere else to put them that will deliver a higher return on investment. If they bring them home to the home country shores like the US, they pay extremely high rates. They pay very, very expensive rates. And the ROI just might not be there. So this is really my main message, is that this is an enormous opportunity that we at Hop Online are trying to take advantage of. And we're trying to position our company precisely for this opportunity. So now let's talk about our core service, which is content marketing. Content marketing is a natural evolution of SEO. It is the definitive online marketing strategy from now forward for the long term. The goal of content marketing is to build and nurture an audience, and to do that using editorial content that acts as fuel for conversations with that audience. That's how it's done really, really well. And if you think about content marketing versus other types of paid marketing opportunities, I think the best way to think about it is an equation like a rent versus buy in real estate. Paid search, paid marketing is renting an audience. You pay for every click, you pay for every visitor. You're trying to access people who are at the bottom of the purchase funnel, and you're paying to get them. As soon as you stop paying, the traffic turns off immediately. You're renting the audience. With content marketing, you're building ownership over a long-term asset. Actually, both your audience and your content become long-term assets that will drive much higher return on investment in the long term, but it does take longer to get started. So at a certain point, there's a break-even point at which content marketing becomes more profitable than paid marketing. And if you're in it for the long term, and most serious companies are, you need to start investing here today, because most of the competitors of these companies are not yet doing it. So formerly, there were three general practices in organic online marketing. There was SEO, social media marketing, which came around a little bit later, got very popular, and just blogging and content production, publishing on the web. And these things used to be fairly separate disciplines, fairly unique practices that were done independently. They had different processes and goals and different focuses. Now, what's happening with content marketing is that these three areas are merging, and content marketing sits at the intersection of these three practices. So to do content marketing well, to execute it well, it takes a great SEO, social media, and content publishing working together. And what this means is that you also have to have a unique set of skills from really three unique sets of skills. You have to have creative skills on the team. You have to have social skills on the team, here. And here you have to have analytical skills and consultative skills, because this is actually consulting business. It's client work. And we have recognized this, and we've built our teams and our entire company around these three particular roles. The project manager is a person who is responsible for taking the data and analyzing it and using it to create a very detailed content strategy, and then executing that strategy, managing the team, and delivering the results to the client. The next role is the content creator, and that person's responsibility is to create amazing content that the target audience loves to consume and loves to share. And the outreach coordinator is the third person on the team, and their responsibility is to create communities online, mostly through social media, to nurture those communities, and to use that content as the fuel to get the content in front of the right people, to connect people with the content. And these three roles working together will achieve this sweet spot here of very, very effective content marketing. We've seen it, we've done it for long enough that we know this works. The reason I'm here today is I'm looking for people to join us in all three of these roles. We are looking for people, first of all, with a passion for marketing. Secondly, we absolutely need people with excellent English communication skills, in particular online communication skills. And in addition to that, some of the softer skills I think are really just a really healthy curiosity and almost a fascination for this industry, where it's going next, and a fascination for the things that you don't yet know, actually. So, what's in it for you? Actually, it's probably a very good question. What would you get in this type of career? I think the first thing that you would get is what I call a T-shaped marketing skill set. Digital marketing is vast. You really can't become an expert in everything. It's almost impossible. But to acquire a broad functional knowledge across this entire range of skills, so that you're familiar with everything, and at the same time getting a deep knowledge within a particular vertical, this is a T-shaped marketing skill set. This skill set is going to be extremely valuable in the marketplace for a long, long time. This is the skill set for digital marketing. This is what you can get with us, actually. And in addition to this, I think that we try to foster a culture with great people, and we try to make the workplace fun. We want you to enjoy coming to work every day, and that's very important. And we have beers every Friday afternoon in the office, and we do a lot of things together socially outside the office. It's a lot of fun. We want to keep it that way. And I think that this is an amazing opportunity for people that are really motivated to do great online marketing. So what I want you to do, if you're interested, is please come by the booth with the balloons. Talk to me or talk to our colleagues, Anastasio or Ina, who are here. And if you don't have a chance to talk today, please send an email to this address. Indicate why you're interested. What position do you think you're a good fit for, and why. Please include a link to your LinkedIn profile. We don't really care about CVs. And that's really it. And we'll definitely be contacting you. And that's it. So thank you very much for the time. I really hope I can meet as many of you as possible. And really looking forward to building this together here in Bulgaria. So thanks.
Is there any questions? Paris? Anything? I can translate, if that's probably not the case. I have actually a question for you, if you don't mind. What, if you could sum it up in a couple of sentences, what will be your recipe for success? What makes a company successful? What makes a person successful?
I think it's about building a team. That's one sentence.
Let's try.
If you have, I believe if you've got talented and passionate people, that is the recipe for success. Even if you have to pivot into different industries and different business conditions are happening, if you have a great core group of people, they will succeed in anything.
How did you manage to find this team?
Really, so far, it's been mostly employee referrals and people that we know, a lot of LinkedIn, really. And we're a team of about 20 people now, and so it still is relatively small, so it's mainly been non-formal process.
A lot of questions. I can ask a lot more, but we don't have much time. But I do have time if anyone wants to ask anything. Yes?
Hi, my name is Kiro. How important would you say are technical skills for the professions? Your company offers.
I think technical skills are very important because, at least with our company, we're using a lot of advanced tools, and a lot of those tools require pretty proficient technical knowledge. I'm not talking about programming skills. HTML is great; it's a big plus. But just to be very familiar with technology and the different tools that are emerging, I would say it is pretty important.
All right. Well, let's thank Paris.